Die for Radio, Mad for the Mad for report. You know what I'm saying? Just play some more cuts off that Mad Screws album. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, all you young listeners and followers, go pick that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Quit being a bitch. Support real hip hop. Support these artists we got in the show. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of the man of the hour, look like we got a man of the hour, man. What's going on, man? Welcome to Diar Radio.
Whooooannnnnn, it's your boy COMET, man, Screwball. What's good?
What's going on, family?
Ain't none. What's good, man, Phour?
Hey, man, before we get started, man, I want to say thank you for making the time to come and fuck with me right here on Diar Radio, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate that.
No, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. Because I want to say that album, man, Screw's album, man, that shit is fire, man. That shit's fire. So we want to discuss a little bit about that. We were just raising tracks off it. We were just raising tracks off that album, man. That shit's blazing.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you. Yeah, we've been working on that for a little while. You know, I wanted to make sure that, you know, we give the people what they've been missing. You know, that raw hip-hop, that real raw hip-hop that you could feel, that you could relate. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing fabricated. It's nothing outside the box. Everything is just speaking the truth, man, because, you know, a lot of people, they live lies in these rap worlds, you know?
Facts. No doubt, man. Good thing is, too, they got people like yourself and Black Poet, you know, doing your thing, man, keeping that raw sound still, you know what I mean? Shit that I love. Me being a cat from California, nothing makes me more happy than hearing that type of sound, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? I love hip-hop from every coast and every area, but one area that I love about hip-hop the most is Queens, all the Queens and QB, all that type of sound, you know, Brooklyn, anything like that gritty sound from that. Hey, I love it, dude. I love it, man. I just love it when artists like yourself continue to carry on the tradition when a lot of other guys are scared to carry on the tradition. I salute you for doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, it's not that the people are scared. You know, the industry wants to portray the image, you know. So it's not so much that the artists ain't following suit. They just doing what the label tells them to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But over here at Madman Entertainment, you know, Screwball and all that, it's all about that raw, gritty, man. If I can't feel you, I can't fuck with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the East Coast, New York, and MC8 and Dub C just dropped a joint produced by Premier. And, you know, I went crazy, and that's a West Coast joint, and I still went crazy because it's just the raw, the facts. Everything is real. Like, if you spitting real, I'm with it. Like, I understand people get, you know, they touch a little bit of money, you know, so they out there, they buying everything. Yeah, I respect all that. That's all part of the game, but when you're taking away from the culture and you're not uplifting the youth, or you're not trying to make the youth see a better way, you know, that's the part that I'm not with, you know?
No, I feel it 100%. But here, we got a little younger fan base. A lot of listeners are kind of younger. A little bit wet behind the ears, like I like to call them. They give me a little grief about that shit. But it's the truth, but that's why they like to tune in the show, because it schools them. Can you tell them a little bit about yourself so they get an idea of who COMET is?
Well, COMET is born and raised in the BX, Kingsbridge section of the Bronx, Jerome Avenue. You know, I came up like any other kid from the ghetto, you know, struggling and striving to be better, you know, and just want to give the people my world and let them see what I see, because at the end of the day, a lot of it is similar, especially if you're from the ghetto. You know, we all deal with the same thing, no matter where you are, Texas, Cali, Chicago, Philly. It's all fucked up in the ghetto all the time. And, you know, I'm just trying to get out of there so that it could be better for the seeds. You understand?
No doubt. That's what it's all about, though. You're trying to move.
Yes.
Trying to get past some, you can't, being from the streets and growing up in some crazy poor environments and all that shit. And if you're in a position to do better and get out of there, you need to get out of there. I mean, if you got a position to get out of there, you got a chance to get out there. And all you young listeners who want to be rappers and all that shit.
It's cool to get out of there. It's cool to get out of there, but if you have the power, like a lot of artists have power, just them being an artist is power. You understand?
Exactly.
They have a voice. They could change things in the community for the people, for the kids, the youth that's coming up. Not too many people, do that. They on their records saying crazy, spitting crazy, but, like, give to the youth. Like, always think about the youth. Like, they're the future. You know what I'm saying? So if I could stop a kid from going out there doing the wrong thing and make them do positive, and my music is versatile because I'm not going to tell you like I'm some saint or I'm some, I'm out here like only preaching the positive because I'd be lying to you, I'm a product of the environment, so you're going to get the good and the bad, But
you gotta have balance.
I still try to teach the kids like it's got to be better. You got to think better. You can't think like we did, Because if they think like we did, look at the environment now.
Yeah.
That's my era. That the reason it's like that, 80s, the 90s, those things, because the millenniums, they don't understand what's going on. They just birthed into it, so they think this is the norm, but they don't understand how it got like that. So if I could change the mind of a kid, and make them see different, that's what I'm going to do.
No, I'll top, man. I can dig that. No, that's real shit. You know what I mean? So, a lot of you, like you say, a lot of youngsters today think this is the normal. Think the social media is the normal. Think that all that type of shit that's going on, all that weird shit that's going on today, it wasn't happening when we was around in, like you said, in the 80s and the 90s. Definitely not. It's definitely two different eras, man. Two different eras. Shit was done differently. You know what I mean? So
it's two different times, and trying to say is, back in the day when things was happening in the hood, they was happening for whatever reason they was happening, but there was a reason for it. Nowadays, things happen just because.
Right.
Right. If you in the hood and you got beef with so and so on that block, it was directed. Nowadays, you could just be in the crowd and somebody want to feel like they want to put harm to people for no reason, and start airing out the whole cipher, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, then you got not just that, you also got people, like I say, people on Instagram talking a lot of shit, and they're really comfortable talking shit. Back then when you wanted to see somebody, you would have actually seen somebody.
Yeah. But, social media is specifically for that. It's not that they feel some type of way. It gives them a platform. It makes them feel like they something. They could be on their reckless. They could be on there showing their bread or flashing their guns, and the real era, they don't flash money. They don't show their guns. They only show the guns when it's time for it.
Exactly.
But for the people that's out there, and this is what they promoting, there's no change for the little man, because the little man looking up at the big man, and little man becomes the big man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You need more businessmen in the community. You need community. Man Screws, I was all over the place with it. But, everybody that's on Man Screws is someone that is for the people. no matter what they doing. But we all start from the street. The children, and make them see things different, you know? I mean, I'm going to spit that gutter shit, but they see that already. So it's nothing new to them. I ain't going to sit around and pour liquor in their mouth and, you know, put the strippers in their face, you know.
Yeah, I hear you on that. A lot of that going on already.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's fly to see women. But for the youth, man, you know, if we want to see change in 20 years, they got to start from now, you know. Word.
Mm-hmm. No, that's facts, man. That's facts, and I can dig it. I can dig it. Now, on this show, I asked the same question to every artist we had. And we had a lot of artists over the course of time, over the course of years. And it's a hard question for a lot of people to answer. But I still need to ask it. Who are your top 5 MCs of all time?
Who, of all time?
Of all time.
My top 5 MCs. Ooh. That's rough. You know, because, you know, you got some new guys that came out.
I know.
You know, but top 5.
Well, just give me the top 5 right now. It don't have to be all time. Who is your top 5 MCs right now? Fuck it, you don't have to give me all time if you don't want. I just need a top 5. Damn it.
My top 5, first and foremost, who had a general black poet.
Right.
You know. Then you got Core Mega.
Ah, yeah, that's my dude like this.
You know what I'm saying? You got G-Rap.
Mm-hmm.
You got Nas.
Mm-hmm.
You got Big Pun.
That's an ill list of lyricists right there, man. Straight spitters right there, man.
That's my top 5.
I like that list. I like it.
And
I fucking like it.
The ill thing is I could give you a top 10, you know, because you still got AG of Showbiz and AG. You got Planet Asia. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot. I don't know, maybe a top 100. But I gave you my 5.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I had the homie Cocaine on a while back. He pleaded the 5th, so he couldn't even answer that. So and then I have other guys that be like, "Why you gotta be such an asshole for giving me that type of question?" So, hey, this is something I like to do because no matter what, like I say, you can have your top 5 list today, and next year it could change just by a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just by a little bit because it changes up and down for me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. You know, I'm an East Coast artist. You know. But I don't know if you know, but for me, right now, the hottest East Coast artist, new artist, to me, I mean, he's been around for a little bit, it's Spit Gems. I don't know if you heard of Spit Gems. He's from the Broken Home Camp. That fire, you know. I spit that fire, too, for people that don't know. Go check me out, www.madmanentertainmentmusic.com. They could go there and check everything out.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. That's dope, though. That's dope, though, man. I mean, I love it. I love it. Now,
matter of fact, on the West Coast, there's an artist that I deal with that he's fresh, and he goes by Spit Savage.
Huh? Yeah, I never heard of him.
Producer. Yeah, he's also a producer too.
Oh, that's crazy. No, there's a lot of dope talent out there, man. There's a lot of dope talent right now. Is that especially young talent right now is getting overshadowed by a lot of the so-called mumble rap that's just out there and annoying. You know what I mean? It's just there is a lot of dope music. I just don't like the fact when you hear a lot of people say hip hop is whack right now. There's no good anymore, dude. You're not digging hard enough to look for the dope shit, though. I just call that lazy listeners or lazy fans that don't wanna look they think that everything is going to be like it was back then. How easily the music was, being publicized in magazines and shit like that. It's not like that no more. And a lot of these fans today, they just lazy, or they don't just like to look. I don't know what it is. It's fucked up to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they don't. I want to say they hypnotized by radio.
Right.
They hypnotized because the radio is paid to tell you what's hot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's their determination. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times when radio gets the song has been out already. But it's just that nobody on the radio side, as far as the listeners, ain't really dig for it. Because you could go on YouTube, you could go on Facebook, you could go on Instagram, and if you follow your artist, your favorite artist, you always know what they're doing. That's what's good about about social media, is that you could stay in tune with your favorite artist and always know, like, when his video first drop or when the single drops, like, all the information is there. If you're not using the information,
you're lazy listener, man. You're a lazy listener. That's what I'm saying. Lazy listeners, like you say, you follow the artist. The artist will always tell you when a new single or a new video is dropping all the time on their pages. It's not that hard. And that's what kills me is, like, and they be on social media all the time as well, but then they acting lazy. It's like, come on, man. It's not that hard. It's just a click of a button away to find out. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
I already know.
No doubt. Now, are you a Latino rapper?
What's up?
Are you a Latino rapper?
True indeed. I'm from Puerto Rico.
That's what I'm saying. Look, we are Mexicans, but one thing that I think that there's not enough representation of is a lot of Latino MCs out there. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that is? Because I think that there's so many dope Latino MCs. So fucking many. But they're not getting the chance. Why do you think that is?
It all has to do with content, At the end of the day, it's all about content. The reason that someone like Big Pun was as big as he was, God rest the dead, but he would have been bigger because his content was big. You understand? Like, you couldn't put him in a box.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as a Latino rapper, you got to remember we always speak our heritage, in LA, in LA they talk the Chicano, and their heritage, where most of the world most of the people don't relate to that. So
that's true.
To them is, how are they going to push something that half the people don't even respect it? You understand? At the end of the day, it's always when you look at the industry, you got Latin rappers, you got black rappers, you got white rappers. But the people that sit at the top of the tables, those are the people that call the shots, And a lot of them don't. Look at a lot of the artists today that get blackballed by the industry because they speak that real shit, like Public Enemy, like your KRS-Ones.
Mhm.
They're not allowed on
Public
BET.
Enemy.
Yeah, they're not allowed on BET.
Enemy. Yeah, because you got a group like Public Enemy who was bigger all over the other countries in the world except here, which is fucking
but
weird.
But you know what? The thing is that what the industry don't understand, as far as Latin, is that most of the world speaks Spanish.
On top.
You know what I'm saying? Most of the world, Spanish is their second language outside of their own language, whether it's German, whether it's Italian. Italian is still a type of Spanish when you listen, you know?
Mm-hmm. It is.
But the industry don't look at it like that, because a lot of the stuff that, you know, we promote, they don't want to see us better than them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
They want to keep us under the boot. You know, they don't want us standing next to them.
No, I agree. But as long as you got artists like yourself, man, keep
check
pushing
it out.
On
the West Coast, you still got Latin rappers like Psycho Realm, you know, Cypress Hill. And the reason that they're still big is because they know what they're doing. They put their own money into themselves.
Right.
You know, they make their own platform. Like over here on the East Coast, you know, you got AG the Coroner. He's a Latin rapper. You got Gab Gotcha, Latin rapper. You know, you got Big Pun's son, Chris Rivers.
Yes.
And, you know, Chris Rivers is on his way up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But at the same time, you know, it's if they like you. That's what it all comes down to. And most of them don't like us. People at the...
But you know what I'm saying about that shit? If you don't like us, fuck you, because no matter what, like I say, you got dope artists like yourself, and everyone is still coming. They're still going to keep trying to kick that door in, man. And as long as we keep giving our kicks to the door, eventually that door is going to get kicked down. You know what I'm saying? So as long as everybody keeps putting the pedal to the metal, keep kicking that door in, it's coming, man.
Well, you know,
it's coming.
The thing that's good about today in music is that, you know, you could get your own crowd. You could start your own career in music nowadays easier. You know, you could go do the shows. You could go on Instagram. You could go on Twitter. You could let people know what's going on. You could send them free music. You know, you could have interactions where back in the day, you know, you went to an event and there was somebody around there passing around, you know, a clipboard telling you to put your email on it so that way they could get to you, you know?
Yeah.
But nowadays it's just a click away, you know. You like them, send them a message right there, boom. How can I get your music?
Off top.
Yeah. But for you know, for artists, it's easy nowadays. All you just got to do is be consistent and think independent. If you think independent, you understand better. You know what I'm saying? If you're waiting around for a label to come pick you up, you know, you might grow old waiting for that. But you could go ahead and make your wave, the label see you. Then you're in a different bracket. You know, you're in a different bracket then. Because look at someone like Tech-9. Tech-9 making over millions of dollars, and he's independent.
Yeah. Shout out to my dude Tech-9. Yes, sir. No, that's facts. That's facts.
It's truth. You know?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, everybody out there who, like I said, all your listeners are trying to be a rapper. Look, besides, all these labels nowadays are giving these cheap-ass 360 deals that are garbage. You know what I'm saying? They're slave deals.
Well,
the best way to go the independent route, like you said, build your fan base.
The reason for the 360 deal is because music sales are down.
Big
right?
time.
So, you know, you could go and stream the music. You don't have to buy the album. You could just go online and stream it. So for the label still got to put you on a promo tour. The label still has to drop music for you. So they're coming out of pocket so you could make all these appearances. You know what I mean? So the 360 deal just covers that end. So I put this much out, I make sure I get this much back, and you get this. So if you're selling merchandise, I want 25% of that. If, you're doing a tour, I want 40% of that, which at the end of the day, if they signed you to the label, that means that, you're on their star power, because they're the star power. They're the label. They're going to put you to where the people going to look at you faster than if you was doing it on your own. But all you need is a hit record. And as far as streaming, streaming is good if you have the fan base for it.
Right.
If you an up and coming rapper and all you have are 10 fans, then, it's not even, you're better off going out there and doing shows and build your fan base and then start pushing your streams and stuff like that. Because, as an independent artist, you could still sell music. So as long as they have a contact or somewhere where they could go get it, it's still available to them. You don't have to be, in a record store or so-and-so,
Right. Right. No, that's true shit. That's true shit. Now,
yeah, because
how did you hook up with Black Poet?
Well, Black Piggity, I actually, this going back a few years. I was working on my first album. It's called Ground Zero. And, I was dealing with a couple producers. My man Nickel played it, and my boy Thorough Tracks. And Thorough Tracks, he knew some people, and he saw I was real with it. And I told him, I always been a fan of Black Poet, so I wanted to work with him. So long story short, I went to his album release party, the Black Print album.
Dope album.
Yeah, definitely, one of the illest albums out there. So I went out to that, I met him at the end of the show. And since then we've been clicking, and that's going back almost 7, 8 years. I'm not from the original Screwball era, 97, 98, 99, but I've been rocking with Poet since 2010. And
right.
He sees my grind, and he sees the talent, and we're better,
No, I love it. I love it, man. I love the album, man. I love the fucking album. I put my brother on that album because we got these fucking $200 iTunes cards. So either we've been buying singles, we've been buying albums off that shit. So that's like we got the album off iTunes and shit. So we be back and forth. I be putting him up on stuff like that. So because he's much younger. So
yeah, we just released a new project. It's titled Madman for the Hood Part 4. It's only available on the streaming, so you could go to Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and they could go get it there. That's just showcasing. It's got various artists on there from Shaz Ill York. I don't know if you know who that is. He's another Brooklyn, Queens rapper. Then you got Gab Gotcha, Red Eye. They should go check it out, man. Man for the Hood, Part 4.
Almost definitely. Like I said, we got those cards, so because I usually buy CDs. I still buy CDs when I get a chance to. You know what I'm saying? Because I got so much, and I'm almost over 1,000 plus CDs, all hip hop. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna keep buying CDs as long as the artist keeps putting them out there. I'm gonna buy it. And I want to ask you, you got physical copies of that album, the Matt Screws album? I mean, I have it digital, but I will buy the physical copy.
Yeah, they could either buy them direct through me, you know.
Okay.
Buy them direct through me. They can hit me on Facebook, comment Man Screwball, as long as they got a PayPal. Or they could go to undergroundhiphop.com and they could go order it there.
Off top now, like I say, man, I love hip hop. I don't mind paying $10, $15, or $20 for any project. If there's an artist I like and if it's a dope album, I support. I don't.
Yeah, I still
money's
buy
not
albums.
the issue.
I'm still a
That's
fan.
dope.
I still buy albums. You know, Tragedy, Gaddafi. He just dropped the All Report. You know.
Shout out to Tragedy. We had him on twice on already. Shout out to my dude. Yeah, man. No, that's dope. Yeah, definitely. So everybody listening, if you still collect CDs and all that, hit them up. Support real hip hop. Quit being a bitch, man. Like I keep telling y'all.
Yeah,
man, I love my listeners though.
Vinyl coming back too. So, you know, some 45s and 12 inches, 12-inch records. You know, the vinyl. That's always good. Like, you know, there's new album from Miles Grimes titled Pearly Gates. You got the new Nutso album, Red Sunday. There's a lot of music out there, man. And I'm a hip hop fan. I'm an artist and I'm a fan at the same time.
Hey,
all artists need support, man. So go out and support your artist, man. Whether he's local or he's international, man. Just always support your artist.
That's what we do out here, man. My thing is to always support this hip hop shit, man. I don't give a fuck if it's from Little Mr. Underground to big time. If you like it and you know it's dope, support it, man. Because we need the support.
Yeah, if it's dope, go support it.
Yeah.
But definitely, too, for my people out there, there's a new album from M. Dot titled Ego and the Enemy. That's another album for people to go check out. And then, you know, last but not least, my brother B. Divine, he's part of the label. You know, he got the new mixtape out called Divine Intervention. You know, you can also go get that through me. It's hosted by J Love. And we just working over here, man. New album coming soon. New Black Poet album coming soon. We just working.
Yep. No doubt. Man, shout out to Black Poet, man. I've been trying to get him on the show for a minute, man, but I got to remind him again, man. Shout out to my dude, man, straight up and down, man. Yeah, man. I mean, one thing I love, like I say, I love East Coast music the most. You know what I'm saying? I'm a West Coast cat, and I love my favorite rapper is Ice Cube. But if it comes to what area is giving me the most, it's always the East Coast because there's so much to choose from. There is so much to choose from, and most of it is shit that I like. You know what I mean? So I just love it. I just love the fact.
LA is just the same, except, you know, LA, you got Michael Myers. He's from LA.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Planet Asia, Raz Kaz.
Yeah, shout out to Raz Kaz. There's rappers definitely out. There's a lot of MCs out here. I just don't think that there's more to choose from like it is in the East Coast. I really do believe that, man.
You guys got Dilated People. You guys got The Alchemist. You guys got DJ Muggs. You know, Cypress Hill, Ice Cube, MC8. Like,
yeah, I love
I could keep going with LA. You know, and you got the new artists.
Likewise. One day we might be meet up one day, and we might be going off like that. Okay, you mentioned all these guys. Our list will probably go long as fuck, homie, like a Santa Claus wish list.
Yeah, you know, you got the new rappers, your YGs, your Nipsey Hussles, your Kendrick Lamars.
Mhm.
You know, like there's a lot of, you guys got a lot of hip hop out there too. You know, but you know, over here,
definitely.
It's just that the sound is different. You know, the sound is just different.
But that's the beauty of hip hop, though. You want sounds to be different. You don't want it always to be sounding the same, regardless of what region you're from.
Yeah, but you don't want your region sounding like another region.
No, you don't. Definitely not.
You don't want L.A. I mean, it's cool when L.A. sounds like New York. It sounds crazy. Like, that's what Tupac brought to L.A., was the East Coast sound on West Coast flavor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I don't like that. Like, you'll never catch New York trying to recreate the West Coast sound, and you would never see West Coast and East Coast sound. But
now you can't. You can't recreate something that's already been done.
Yeah, this trap music that's going on, which started in the South. You got people in New York trying to make that. L.A. You got people all over the place trying to make that sound, when they should just leave it alone and let that, you know, let Atlanta and the South have that sound. We New York, we're not supposed to sound. Yeah, we're not supposed to sound like that. L.A.'s not supposed to sound like that. L.A.'s supposed to sound like L.A. New York's supposed to sound like New York, and the South's supposed to sound like the South. It's different when you collaborate on a record, but to be from a different region trying to make records like another region, I'm not with that.
No, I'm not either. I mean, that's the problem with it, the way the music is today. Some of it, you know what I mean? It's just terrible. It's just lack of creativity with a lot of people today. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's easy to piggyback off the next man's shit, and it sucks. It sucks. It's just, I just don't dig it. I do not dig it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not with it at all. The only artist that I ever liked that was down there that had that sound, and I always want to say a lot of people copied him, is Gucci Mane.
Right.
You know, Gucci, a lot of people learned from him and took off, you know, whether they want to believe it or not.
That's true facts.
You know, your T.I.s, your Gucci's, your Young Jeezys, everybody, you know, bouncing off of that.
Big time.
But
yeah, and it was when Gucci came out, that's when everybody started coming out with that, try to emulate him. That's a fact.
Yeah, he was the first, I don't want to call him a mumble rapper because he was just bent, just talking, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, to me, they all sound like him.
Right. A lot of baby Gucci's out there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Off top, man. We see we're running out of time. I want to say thank you again for making the time fucking with me on the radio show, though, man. I really do appreciate
definitely,
it.
Man.
I got your number here. I'm gonna text you my number because what I want this to be one of your homes. I know you got plenty of places, especially in New York, where they break records and all that shit. Let me know when you got a new project coming out, new singles or whatever you want to drop something. Let me know so we can get it playing off here. Because all we do is support artists. Especially if you came on the show, we support you even more. So let me know when you got a new project or whatever, and we'll get that motherfucker popping off top, my G. I want this to be one of your homes, for real. Like Ty Nitty, shout out to my dude Ty Nitty, Vinny Thun, Big Twin, my dude Gio. Everybody from Infamous Mob, they and my peoples, they get play heavy here, saying J Hood, every rapper that's been on here, do I play them heavy, so I want this to be one of your homes, my G, so let me know, man, let me know.
Yeah, I got you, man, anytime, man, I appreciate you, man. That's East to West love,
It's just one word for that, it's hip-hop love, man. It don't matter what, as long as it's dope music, we're going to pop that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, like, off top. And all you young listeners, once again, man, follow my dude. Can you let the fans know where they can follow you one more time?
Oh, yeah, they could check me out if they're using the Twitter. My handle's @COMET4EVER. If they on IG, my handle's @COMET5000. And if they using Facebook, it's COMET Man Screwball. And they could come check us out. The website's www.madmenentertainmentmusic.com. They could go there. They could get all the free they could get all the free downloads, and all our music up there. They could check the videos. Got a lot of stuff coming. Me and Ty Nitty got a lot of work coming soon too. So, stay tuned.
Yeah, like I say, shout out to my dude Ty Nitty. He's already been on this show 4 times, so this is one of his homes right here for sure. So, like I said, man, I want this to be one of your homes, man. And whenever if you want to, let's just say that you got something off your chest and you want to get it out, and I don't have a show scheduled for that day, but if you feel like you want to rant, because I know a lot of rappers that do want to rant, like I keep telling them, let me know. I'll schedule a show for that day. And we could go from there, my man. You know what I'm saying? We could go from there. It doesn't matter with me. You know what I mean?
Nah, it sounds good, man. I appreciate that. Definitely I will be giving you exclusives when they come through. And, got a lot of work coming, man. Like I said, Man Screws is out now. They could go to undergroundhiphop.com and purchase it. Or they could, contact me on any of the social media sites that I just mentioned. And, I can get that to them. But I got a lot of new music coming. And, I just want the world to stay tuned, man. Nothing but that real shit.
You got any shout-outs you want to give out to anybody?
Oh, man, first and foremost, I want to shout out Black Poet. Shout out B Divine. Man the Camp. MC Relic. Shout out Ty Nitty. Vinny Thun. The whole LLMG. Shout to the whole West Coast, shout to the East Coast, down South, Midwest, everywhere, man. Stay 100, Whooooannnnnn.
Awesome. Now, before you go, can I get a Phour radio drop from you, my G?
You checking out Phour radio with my man, Phour, and we repping that man, Screwball, love and loyalty, infamous ties. You see how we doing it, East to West love.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, man, well, thanks again, man. I appreciate you making the time. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, my man.
Yo, thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. Shout out all the listeners. Without y'all, there's no me. So keep listening.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into this track, Holding Back, on Mad Screw's album. Do you want to introduce that song before you go?
Yeah. Yo, check it out. This Holding Back, produced by B Divine, featuring my brother Black Poet, Tragedy Gaddafi off Man Screws, Holding Back, Whooooannnn.
Hey, well, all right, my G, man. You have a good night, man.